Right. So, awake in cryo. Everything seems pretty normal. Agent Orion is still set to sleep, looking peaceful. You can see, Henry, when you make it to the cockpit, that you have arrived at your destination, your Gumiret. There are global communications. What you all basically know about this colony that you can find publicly is that it began as a Wayland-Yutani site for mining and excavation. There's kind of a pattern you've been seeing that most planets with colonies are essentially just like desert worlds that have been mildly conditioned with atmo processors to allow breathability, but none of them are much on plant life except what's been brought in. The company pulled out of Tirumirgez in 2189 when there was some kind of worker revolt. And Davenport bought the colony from Wayland on the cheap, and it is turned into a massive distillery site. The one colony on Tirumirgez is basically completely based around Davenport rye distilling. There is one other ship on the planet, like in their spaceport, and it's marked as a Gemini exoplanet ship. That's another company.
Gemini is?
Yeah. You basically know them as kind of a roughneck company. They mining and excavation mostly.
I remember, did we find out what happened to Rattabara Station? Or just that it disappeared?
Clara told you that it was estimated by some sort of explosion, was the public report.
Do you reckon we should land and say our covers, that we're looking to refuel, but the station's gone? And see if we can find out what's been going on in the system.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm at the comms. I'll start looking for landing sites.
Colony has one spaceport.
And is there only one colony on the
Land
planet?
wherever you wanted, essentially. Yes.
Cool.
Shall I go ahead and transmit our transponder code so they can assign us?
Yeah, sounds good, kid.
A spot. That's what it's called. A spot.
I mean, this is a stolen ship, remember?
Well,
as long as we can hide that.
I think it's an inheritance. Mine.
Good point.
Good point, Jake.
I
also know that it's almost 10. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
It's It's almost 10 p.m. local time. You're able to,
Do we want to land now, or do we want to orbit until morning? Or we could land and stay on the ship.
I think we should land now. We don't want to spend too much time with the agent in cryo.
Alright.
He starts missing too much time, we can't really explain it as extra navigation.
I'll punch in the codes. There's the coordinates, Henry. I'll send it to you now, where they've given us. Can I tell what the weather is like at the moment? Like, just by tapping into like I assume there'll be some sort of broadcast from the station as to what's going on.
It's clear right now. A little hot. You also, from orbit,
Is it windy?
see there are storms like moving about the planet.
Looks like we're just gonna miss a storm, Henry. Should be a pretty clear landing.
Alright, well, let's get on down there then.
Yeah, let's do it.
Actually, it
Strap it in.
mechanically takes a shift to send or escape an atmosphere. So you will be actually landing right around morning, probably. Be pretty early morning, so it'll still be dark.
For an adult pilot or someone who works the comms in a ship, this is routine, but for Jake's, it's new and exciting because he's feeling like he's growing up. He's just constantly checking telemetry and data and weather and external temperatures as they skim the surface of the atmosphere and status of the ship. And annoyingly giving Henry updates about every 15 to 20 minutes. Till he says, that's enough, kid. I know.
Oh, he's just going with it. It's like, oh, good call. Yep, good enough. Thank you. Yep, thank you.
So you land, and you're not too far. Spaceport is essentially on the other side of the distillery, and the colony is on. The spaceport's on one side, the colony's on the other. When you land, there are some generic workers, all of them wearing like coveralls that are labeled with Davenport Distillery logo. There's Davenport Rye signage and advertisement kind of all over the place. You're just kind of led through basic docking and entrance to the colony. They have you just register your names and how long you think you're going to stay. What do you tell them? How long do you think?
What do you think? Like a week?
I'd probably say that just the day, and then if we need to, we can extend.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to be here long.
Oh, be sure to get a tour of the facility if you're on such a short stay. I assume that's why you've come.
Well, we heard there was a refueling station in this sector, but we couldn't find it, so we landed here. Right,
Oh,
Bearer?
the
Is that
right
the-
Abra Depot, yes. That's so
We couldn't
sad,
seem to
isn't
find
it?
it.
We saw
Sad.
the
What's
light in
happened?
the sky for even a few days, even, I think it was.
There was some kind of accident.
The whole station exploded. So
Sheesh.
terrible. All those lives lost.
What happened?
I have no idea.
There weren't any
That's why I don't live in
investigations.
space, though. I prefer some hard earth underneath my feet.
Yeah, me too. If there's no atmosphere, then yeah, forget it. How long ago was this?
Ah, well, I think was last year on Christmas time.
Maybe.
Last year?
For
Oh
your
my
own
goodness.
reference,
What a
for
Christmas
your own
gift.
reference, you were on right, Abra. You left mid-November, and it is currently June 1st. So you started in 2179, November 5th, and it's currently June 1st, 2180.
It would have been just a couple of weeks after they left the station.
I'll be turning 15 soon. But still with the body of a 14-year-old. He just mumbles that to himself.
Did any survivors make it out? This is the closest planet, right? Did you get any refugees or anything? Did they have the time to evacuate at all?
I don't know. I wasn't working on an intake back then. I had no idea. There's always, maybe not always, but every 3 months or so, we get ships come through to restock and bring new employees, and if it's possible someone from the station would got here back then,
Of course.
less than a day by ship.
Yeah, be the only place to go. Well, thank you.
Planning on getting a tour. You are able to also rent some of our VIP guest rooms here on the distillery. Should you need a place to stay?
To the others. What do you reckon?
We'll also. Oh, go ahead.
I was just
As we'll
asking.
also
Oh, it sounds very interesting. We'll have to keep that in mind.
take you to Dr. Hannity's lab so she can just run some generic physical tests on you, make sure you're not carrying any bacteria or disease. This way.
My eyes get wide and I look around at everybody and
Is that usual protocol?
What did you say?
Is that expected protocol for landing on most places?
Probably
does this
wouldn't
seem odd?
know.
Yeah, I've not been many places.
It is a privately owned facility, so it might not be really out of question to you.
I'm gonna say, I'm not real keen on doctors and being poked and prodded.
Who is? Just a simple blood test, really, and Andy can look you over really quick. Get a copy of your medical history. We have to keep certain protocols, you understand.
Well,
There's
like I said,
also
we're not going to be here very long, so we would rather avoid the bother if it can possibly be avoided. And can I slip him a bunch of credits? Give him a sort of a knowing wink.
he looks almost offended when you do, and I'm sorry, but fortunately you cannot be allowed into the colony without a visit to the doctor. It's really not that big of a deal. I'm very welcoming here. Just have to do a little bit of tape.
Well, you can't blame me for trying, at least. All right.
There's also no armed guard that you see anywhere. It's just people in coveralls working.
I'm on the verge of like freaking out because obviously I don't want this medical test done because I know what's going to happen as soon as they draw my blood.
Right.
One other worker kind of walks up and she goes, Matthew here will escort you. Smiles at you and says, right this way.
All right.
Yeah, I think I'm going to pass on these medical tests. I have to stay on the ship.
Yeah. We almost forgot about that work you had to do on the ship.
You never finished that?
I know.
Kind of wink at you.
Yeah, we really shouldn't be taking off with the left phalange out.
Yeah.
What were you doing? Were you sleeping? We all had jobs to do. I look at the guy.
I'm sorry.
She never listens.
Oh, give me a break, kid. Like you've never not finished something.
I was on the bridge the entire descent. What were you doing?
Working.
Working on a bottle of whiskey. I just mumbled that.
I just shoot my death glare while trying not to laugh at that. Fine then. I'm going back to the ship to finish my work. And I'm gonna head back out.
Does everybody else follow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Shared the shopping lists for this place. So you can, when I do metagame at all, you only really
Where's the
built
whiskey?
the doctor so far. So the spaceport basically attaches to the distillery. And so you're taken into the distillery and led through a few corridors, but not very far before you are in a large lab. This woman just wearing a doctor's coat and reading through some medical journal. Oh, here we go.
Did anything in this lab
She
look?
does have a mask on.
Anything look out of the ordinary?
Nope, it's a pretty simple, basic lab. There is an auto dock. Oh, Matthew, hello. Do we have some arrivals? She stands up. Yeah, come in.
Howdy.
Good to meet you all. And she goes and shakes her hand. Oh, what's your name, young man?
Jake.
Right, Jake. What a strong name. Jake, are you scared of needles at all?
No.
That's good. Me, I can't stand them, but they're a necessity. Why don't you hop up on here and we'll draw some blood?
Okay. And then jump up.
Pulls out a syringe and takes a little blood from you. Goes and drops it into this glass cylinder, sets it into this machine. And then her monitor, like kind of a screen attached to the wall, starts spitting out all of this medical jargon and analytics of your blood. And she, oh, this is odd.
What?
Your blood type doesn't seem to match your registered blood types. That must be a computer error. It is showing you completely clean of any disease or contagion, so that's good.
My blood type doesn't match any known blood type? Is that what you're saying? Is that what you said?
I'm sure it's just a bug or a glitch in the system. I can look into it later. It's not really that important.
We're always telling him to be positive.
What blood type is it?
That's why I think it must be a glitch. It just says unknown sample. It's just something went wrong. Well, I'll have the techs look at it later. But it does say that it's very clear that you don't have any foreign bodies, so move on. She takes out more syringes and starts to go to the others.
Jake's just looking back at her and the others. A little bit of confusion, a little bit of fear, and a little bit of what the hell has mom done now look on his face.
We get a copy of the results.
I suppose I could send them to your ship system.
Or I could take a copy right now. I'll pull out a data disk.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. You must be quite the little tech connoisseur.
You could say that. I definitely don't do any hacking or anything like that.
Yeah, he's not Skater Boy.
You become like a universally known hacker by the name Skater Boy. The Banksy of futuristic computer hackers.
Working with Morpheus.
All right. So, does anybody do anything or resist or just let her take your blood and put it in the machine?
Yeah, I'll just go along with it.
Yeah, I guess we'll walk into this trap together.
I'm sure this is just routine.
The other, I guess it's just the two of you. Your blood is normal, and the machine seems to work and tell you everything about your blood and blood type, and that you're, well, I don't know if you're disease free. It may be confidential information. She wouldn't share it with the others. It's pretty obvious you don't have any kind of contagion or dangerous infection or anything. And so it probably takes about an hour. And then she says, well, you all have a clean bill of health and welcome to Tirgamirez. Don't, if you do decide to wander a bit outside of the facility, be sure not to ingest any of the water. The acid
Why?
rain has been getting worse, and we aren't really sure why. It's even starting to affect the yields.
Is that not bad for the? Well, what are you growing?
Well, all of our barley and dilution are all started from very beginning to end right here.
Is acid rain not a problem for ingredients?
It hasn't been. Most of the hydroponics are done on inside, anyways, and you just put it through a very rigorous filtration system. But I'm actually in the middle of a study right now. There's some plants in the oasis which appear to be resistant to the rain. Trying to get some samples from. I've been trying to get those Gemini surveyors to bring me back some samples, but they only seem to care about their job at hand.
Are they the
There's annoyed
only
look.
outsiders on planet at the moment?
Yes, as far as I know. No one has arrived except for a few delivery ships in the last 6 months since they got here.
We heard there was a terrible accident up at Ryder Station last year. Did anyone make it down here?
No, there was no one that I can remember. We don't get any people from outside the company this far out on the trail. The senator
Right, of
does
course.
come by to meet with the people every once or twice a year, though. He was here around that time.
Really? Well, thank you for seeing us.
If you do go out to the oasis and want to bring some of the flora samples, that would be fantastic. I could even pay you for your service.
What would we need to do exactly?
Well, you would need to find a ride out to the oasis, but I can provide you with some sample bags, and you would just have to bring me just as many different varieties as you could. It'd be invaluable to my research.
Right. And this Gemini crew, they are supposed to be doing this, but there's problems.
No, Gemini is doing some excavation work out there.
Right.
They're not the friendliest group. They're often hanging out at Dolly's, and they buy all of their come in to restock every few days.
Well, thank you for the information.
Thank you. I'll give you like a box full of just specimen bags, empty specimen bags. Not
Then we
like a
got the
big two-handed box, like a small rectangular box you could hold under an arm or something easily.
And have they given us the run of the place now?
Sam, what do you want to try to do?
Well, obviously, I'm not getting into that colony with the rest of the folks because I'm taking a medical exam. I think I'm gonna go back to the ship and see if I can hack into their computer system and see if I can find out if it's legit distillery around here, what's going on.
So go ahead and make a Comtech -3. You're going to push.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oops.
Well,
7
shit.
dice and a face hugger. So do a panic roll. I'll pull your token out for you. I don't think you can fail because you have nerves of steel. Yeah. All right. So you find that the security or the distillery's computer system is extremely high tech. It would have been very expensive. They obviously don't want anyone getting into their systems very easily.
Okay. So that raises some eyebrows, and I want to let the others know, but I'm not going to do that over open channels. We don't know if they're listening. I'm going to just sit there and ponder now. Not sure what else I can do. Obviously, I don't think I'm going to be able to sneak out of the ship without them knowing.
You're really only limited as far as your creativity can take you. If you want to try to find a way to sneak out, you're just gonna have to roll for it, essentially.
Oh shit, what the hell? Let's give it a go. Let me try to sneak out and pass them.
Okay, so that one will be a mobility -3. I'll be right back. Tell me what you get.
Got one.
Okay, so you succeed. So you can tell us how you managed to get into the facility without being seen and just going anywhere except past that door they went through.
So I watched their patrols and people moving around and noticed they were on a schedule. So at a break, snuck out the ship, found an alternate door, and got outside. Um, does everybody have like a tracker or something on them that I could see where they're at?
Yes, we all got PDTs.
That's right. That's right. Okay. So I'm gonna keep an eye on where they're at and try to come around and meet up with them once they get out of the facility.
Isn't it? I think there's a specific item you need to track PDTs.
You can do it on a PDAT or ship-based computer system.
Yeah, I have a PDAT.
You have a PDAT. Oh, cool. Okay, good. You can do that then. All right, so you find yourself moving through a different part of the facility, and it is just a huge factory, basically. You can look out the window and you see that morning has come fast and the light is getting very bright outside. And you kind of move through, not really getting any attention from the workers, of which there are quite a few. And kind of while you're moving through, we'll say it takes some time. We'll go to the other group and see, where do you all start moving towards? You find yourself pretty close to the exit of the facility, or able to go deeper in.
Right, what are we thinking? Jake, didn't you say that the UPP activity was hidden under like the jub trade? I wonder if we can track if there's any like imports exports of jub fruit.
Yeah, they were. Does that fruit grow on this planet?
How about we take the tour and find out what they do here?
That sounds like a good idea.
Yeah, find someone to give us the tour of the place.
Okay. You can find a starting point. It's almost like there's a visitor center. So you're able to go there, get direction to it very easily. And a young girl, if I have her photo. Her name is Maggie. Maggie, I'm sorry, it's Marge, the old woman.
Large Marge.
So this much older woman, late 60s probably. She's wearing just kind of normal, I would say like not business casual, but not quite farmhand either, as her picture would imply. She seems to actually be more dressed up a little bit, but doesn't really look like one of all the grunt kind of roughnecks walking around actually working the facility either. And she greets you and talks to you for just a few seconds and then starts leading you through a bit. And she's just bragging a lot, seems kind of excited about what she's talking about. all the fermenting and the milling. You go past some rooms that are just huge hydroponic centers. And she's like, we make all of our own wheat flour. We do as much as we can to make as much as we need for the colony. And the distilling is really just what keeps the company providing for us so that we can provide for ourselves. We're pretty far out here. UA takes a lot of our yield. But the annual refund keeps most of the citizens just happy and fed. The citizen employees. And she walks past an office, and here, and she knocks on the door, and the door is open. Jarella, we have some visitors to the site. And this other woman gets up from her desk and comes over. I'll show you this one too. Kind of a middle-aged blonde woman. Hi, how's it going? And shakes your hand. I'm the UA liaison. You can call me Jarella.
Nice to meet you. Jeevan.
Henry.
I'm Jake.
Was this your son?
Yeah, kind of mine. Yeah.
Jake, are you Jake, are you interested at all in distilling spirits? I know you've never drank any, of course, but
definitely
the
not.
process is what I find fascinating.
Wait a minute. I thought this was distilling for fuel.
No, of course not.
Well, I was right originally then, because at first I thought it was alcohol. Then I heard the adults talking. I thought it was for fuel. No, it turns out I'm right after all. Do we get to sample?
I'm sure that'll be part of the tour for your father and for your father's here, but we could maybe find something almost as good for you. You like orange juice?
Have you got any Jub juice?
Good one.
No Jub juice. It's a rare fruit indeed.
Yeah, that's a shame.
I have a lot of work to do. I hope you all enjoy your stay here on Tir Ramirez. We're a quiet colony, but lots of big things happening.
Yeah, your
I
colleagues
think
have mentioned that
be one of
the senator visited lately. That seems big.
Her face kind of sours a bit. Oh yes, Senator Lipton, a true man of the people. If you'll excuse me.
Yeah, of course.
And then Marge takes you on further. Lovely woman. Very busy though. I can only imagine what it must be like having to playing both sides, so to speak. Let's go see the machine shop. That'll be really interesting. I think you'll really like it, Jake. Kind of leads you through the distillery more and takes you into this just big open space. And there's a lot of people in there, but she walks you through and introduces you to the man in charge of the shop. This is Prentice. If you need any tools or repairs, he's your man. the tech boys are always busy and hard at work here in the distillery. It wouldn't function without any of them. Howdy. Good to meet you.
You too.
Man, I've already been talking about this ship you came in on. Quite a fancy one.
Oh yeah, she's a beauty.
Real pride and joy.
Expensive, too. What line of work are y'all fellas in?
We're consultants.
Yeah, we're in the problem-solving business.
Well, you might be in
You
the
get to
right
work
place
on,
then.
Many ships here? Do you get many visitors?
No, can't say so. Mostly working on the machines. Exoplanet boys, they sometimes come in, renting tools, getting some of their rigs repaired, but they're the only visitors we've had in the last 6
They're the
months.
Gemini folks that we hear about.
Yeah, those surveyors.
Right.
They're out in the Oasis every day.
What are they
Most days
surveying
anyways.
for?
Couldn't tell you. Big secret. Won't talk about it to anybody. If they've told anybody, it's Dolly. She could get your mother's darkest secrets out of her if you give her a few minutes alone.
All right. Good to know.
Well, if you need any parts or help or service, feel free to come on in.
Yeah, I'll be sure to.
I'll up his. List for y'all again. And Sam wanders in to the machine shop while you're in there talking to him.
Sam,
You guys, sorry about that.
It's all right.
how'd you get in?
That phalangeal all fixed.
Yeah, I got that all taken care of.
Just taking the tour.
Yeah, I was hoping I wouldn't miss out on that.
Well, we haven't done the tasting yet.
All right, then.
The rest of the tour is pretty bland. You end up back at Visitor Center near the front entrance, and she goes into a locked cabinet, and pulls out a large bottle of Davenport rye. Pours each of you a little nice shot of it,
Don't mind if I do.
except Jake.
Give
Oh,
it
I
to
have
you,
some
Bruce.
special juice for you.
Oh, Dad lets me drink all the time.
No, I'll have the juice too.
What?
As a mixer?
No, just the juice for me, thanks.
Sure. We have a special blend of non-alcoholic rye and still all of the kick with none of the after effect. She gives Henry juice and Jake a bit of juice with the non-alcoholic in it, so it still like tastes like alcohol mixed with juice. Doesn't have actually any effect on you.
But I don't know that, so I'm thinking, oh, she screwed up.
Yeah.
I got a big smile on my face.
Got a kick to it, didn't it, Jake?
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty good juice, huh?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, hope y'all enjoy your little relaxed stay on Turgamirez. If you want
Yeah,
another
thank you very
tour,
much for the tour.
come on back tomorrow.
Hey, what was the whole thing with your boss and mentioning the senator? She didn't seem very happy with that.
Oh, I wouldn't know. I think Senator Lipton is a very nice man. He always chats with me when he's here. He always wants to hear my opinions.
Well, that's a
I
sign
think
of
he
good
represents us quite well.
So this is a UA colony, right?
Yes.
Right. Well, yeah, as I say, thank you for the tour.
This tour happened late at night, so we arrived. Oh no, it was a shift to land, so it's actually the next morning by the time we landed. Never mind, sorry.
Yep.
Second,
It's kind of early morning now. It's like
doing some
probably
late night tours. Well, we
probably
haven't
10
slept.
a.m.
We haven't slept because we had to monitor the descent, or at least I didn't. So Jake is kind of lethargic, and in his mind he thinks he's getting a buzz on, so he's self-fulfilling prophecies, so he's kind of staggering a bit, but it's actually just tiredness. Where are we staying? I look to Henry. Are we gonna stay on the
Well,
ship?
before the medical.
What? Are you drunk?
Oh,
I
no.
couldn't understand a word you said, Sam.
Oh, sorry about that. I was just gonna say before the tour they mentioned those VIP rooms.
Yeah, maybe we should take them up on that.
Yeah, if y'all want to. I don't know. I don't know about y'all, but I always feel a little more comfortable sleeping on the ship.
Yeah, whatever you think is best.
Yeah, me
If y'all
too.
wanna, if y'all want to VIP it up, then we can do that.
No, I think I'm with y'all. The ship sounds better. You know, I like my pillow.
Sam, you might assume that if you go back in there, you like won't be able to get back out again without doing something similar.
Oh yeah.
How'd you get past the medical?
You just pay enough attention to people moving around, and they have a schedule. But saying that, now that I think about it, might be best I don't go back to the ship. I don't know if I'll be able to make it out again.
Right.
Well,
What do y'all think? You know, those VIP rooms do sound kind of nice.
Yeah.
Has that other lady left? I'm guessing she left.
I'm gonna go to the ship, unless everyone else decides to stay at the VIP rooms, but I'm going to the ship. Just
I
keep
don't
an
want to
eye
cause
on it.
problems.
I
Yeah.
wonder if we should check out this bar that they mentioned as well.
In the morning? Boy, you live wild there, Jeevan.
I'm
Man,
wondering if
Jake,
there's
there's this
Gemini
old
folks around.
saying. Sorry.
I didn't understand either one of you.
I'm wondering if maybe we want to talk to the Gemini folks. Apparently that's where they hang out. But yeah, it's probably a little early for them.
I don't know, man. There's that old saying of it's 5 o'clock somewhere.
That's true.
Yeah.
I mean, I tell you, we could go check out one of those VIP rooms and take a nap for a little while.
Mm.
If they
Yeah.
are trying to, I mean, I know I probably sound a little paranoid, but if they are trying to get to us for whatever fucking reason somebody tries to get to us these days, probably won't do it in the middle of the day.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. Where's the VIP? Let's go.
You're easily able to obtain rooms. It costs 500 credits a night
Per person or all of us?
per person.
Damn. I thought these were complimentary.
Aren't you a millionaire, Jake?
I have a ship, but I'm not
If you're
selling
worried
that.
about the cost, if you're worried about the cost, Jake, I got you.
Well, I got the money. Do they take... Wait, do they take away U dollars? What currency
put
do
it-
you
do you-
take?
Credits in cash, young man.
And cash. Does that include Wayland Yutani cash?
What other cash would there be?
Well, I heard there's other currencies from other places.
We don't take UPP coins here, if that's what you're asking.
Okay. I'll give you 500.
Credits will be fine.
I go ahead and transfer my credits.
Yeah, bear.
Likewise.
I'm giving cash. I'll pull out a roll, gangster style. Nod my head back like I've seen in a holovid.
Click,
goes a
I
little
told you,
wide-eyed.
stop being so flashy.
Well, it was really cool when Spymaster did it. And I think, since I'm getting older, I should start acting more like adults do.
All right, well, there's a difference between acting like an adult and an asshole.
Oh, is that what asshole? Oh, I was just playing. It's a hard time trying to be mature.
Nobody
Right.
nobody likes to show off.
Oh.
Wow, that's a lot of Wayu dollars.
Yeah, I did a job. But we've been on the ship for a while, so I haven't been able to spend it, so. I
Don't
get-
lie to the lady. Half of that's Monopoly money in there.
Oh. Oh. Alright, but this stuff is real. Look, you can count it.
She does. Wow, I heard you all arrived in quite the ship. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. Here are your room keys. Gives you little scan cards.
Thank you.
Let's go.
So you want to just like take a shift of rest, basically?
Yeah. And a shower.
Okay,
Yep.
so you can all go to 0 stress and full HP. And when you emerge, it will be early evening. Do you head into town, or do you want to do some shopping? What's your plan?
Let's go to the bar.
Yeah, let's check it out.
So what do you think's up with my blood type? This is as we're walking there.
I've got no idea, Jake. You've got a hell
Well,
of a confusing life.
I raised my eyes at that because I wasn't there, and I'm like, "What do you mean? What's up with your blood type?"
it isn't any known blood type. So I'm thinking, what the hell did Mom do to me? What was it so important that, like, they really wanted me to be there? You know, where she works? And all those clones that look like me. Am I a clone?
Whoever you are, you're still Jake. We'll find someone who knows medical stuff and work out what's going on. But one way or the other, you are you.
Still. Alright. Can one of you sneak me a drink at the bar?
Damn it, boy! I told you stop doing that.
What? Well, you know, I just got this bad news that I don't have normal blood. Ain't it worth a drink?
Hey, welcome to the Abnormal Blood Club.
Kid, you can't, especially at this age, you can't try to start solving your problems with alcohol. I wouldn't be a very good father figure if I let you do that.
Okay. Guess you're right. So where's this bar?
Out in the town, there's mostly small housing. You can tell that, like, the majority of citizens live in the distillery plant. There's a larger building with a big sign that says Helpful Dollies. It is a small general store, food, and bar. As you
like this
go
could be
in,
the
you see
place.
this very old red-headed woman chatting with a man and a woman that aren't really dressed like anyone else. One of them even has a hat on that has the logo for Gemini. And then there's a couple other just random citizens in town eating. No kids anywhere that you've seen yet. Everyone out here is a little more dressed more like farmers. What do you do?
I'm just looking at the different people.
You going to get a drink?
Yep, I'm gonna go to the bar as well.
I'll get 2 non-alcoholic things, one for me and one for Jake.
Oh, the new arrivals. You don't get many of those way out here.
Nice to meet you. You must be a helpful dolly.
Hi. What do you need help with?
Maybe they
Well.
talk with the town? Find out what's going on around this place?
Yep, and this is a distillery. Might as well try the house special.
When in Rome.
All right, I can handle a little bit of that coming up, and goes away for a moment. Brings you back each your drinks. As for happenings and doings, I think you've come to the wrong place. We're a simple town. Here is when those excavators come in for every couple days to restock.
What are they excavating?
Not me. Gemini is pretty secretive about all that stuff. There's something out at the old oasis, though. I'm sure just some kind of rock they're chasing. Young people, they like to sneak out that way also. But I don't think for the same reasons. That's about as exciting as it gets on Tirgumirez.
About this business with the fuel station in system that blew up. Must have been big news.
Saw that light in the sky for days.
Yeah, terrible stuff.
Know what it was till weeks later when the restock ship came.
And what were they saying? Do people know what caused it?
Official word on the media was some kind of electrical grid error caused a full explosion of the whole station. Those poor people.
Awful. Awful. Did anyone make it out?
I hope so.
There's no refugees made it here.
Now, we haven't had any new citizens for some time. Only those that come and go from the distillery every few months.
I heard you had a visit from Senator Lipton around that time. Seems like he was lucky to be off the rig.
I don't know if anything that man does is lucky.
Oh yeah?
Sure as hell didn't get my vote.
I mean, I'm not from this sector, so I don't follow the politics. What's the deal with Lipton?
Typical corporate bot sleazebag is all. Worried more about lining his own pockets than doing anybody any good.
Sounds like most politicians in my experience.
Ain't that right, darling? That's why I came out here to Two Ramirez when I was a young woman. Away from all that.
So what do you reckon his scam is
This used
here?
to be an exciting place. My granddaddy was alive. He told me all sorts of stories.
Oh yeah, what was it like in the old days?
Simpler. Wayland owned it at that time, and
They sell it to Gemini, or do they own Gemini? Not Gemini, Davenport.
now Davenport's their own brand. They bought it from Wayland after the worker revolt, which my daddy was a part of. It was right around the time all of that news about the Prometheus was going off. Wayland abandoned this place. Not that they ever cared about it in the first, I imagine. Otherwise, why the workers would have revolted, right? Davenport's been pretty good to us.
Something at least.
I do
Seems
recommend
like
going out
that,
to the Oasis if you can while you're on planet. It's a beautiful spot.
Oh yeah? doctor at the distillery wants us to pick up some samples there.
I wouldn't touch nothing out there if I was you.
Because of the acid rain? What's
Just
out there?
superstition, maybe. Stories my granddad used to tell me that there were once monsters on this planet.
Monsters.
I don't believe him, of course, but that oasis always gives me a weird feeling when I'm out there. The plants, too, and the rocks, they're unnatural.
How so?
At that point, like, some more people try to call her over. She's like, excuse me, I gotta take care of the customers.
Of course.
He leaves.
Oh, looks like this. I don't like the sound of monsters.
Yep, that definitely got my attention as well.
Do you think we should check out this oasis? It's not why we came, but it's
Oh, yes.
piqued my interest.
Yeah, let's get on over there.
Was Mom here too?
I don't know. Do we know anything about her being here?
Where there's monsters, there's probably Mom.
I mean, Wayland used to own this place. And I suppose selling some place with rioting colonists is reason enough, but maybe there was some other reason they got rid of it. When we saw how they
Wayland
cut their
Yutani
losses with
doesn't.
Trono.
But Wayland Yutani doesn't just let go of things easily.
Yeah. Alright, seems worth the look then.
She mentioned the Prometheus mission, which you would know was 90 years before. 90. It's been almost 100 years since Wayland owned the planet.
Wait, this is the planet that the Prometheus mission went to?
No, it just it was the same time frame.
Oh, sorry.
She was like, they pulled out of here during that time frame.
Am I remembering right that like Wayland nearly collapsed sort of shortly after Prometheus, and then that was when the merger happened? Or was it like
It was something like that, yeah. I forget exactly as well.
so it might have been like because they had financial problems.
Yeah, that was just after. Oh, Jake wouldn't know this stuff. Never mind, I'll shut up. It's not.
I forget which novel that was.
It's called Origins.
Mm.
It's a good one too. Really
I
good.
don't think I read that one.
Highly recommend it. Talks in detail about the Wayland and Yutani merger.
That's cool. Yeah, I haven't read it in a long time.
Anyway, sorry, back to game.
So you know that you would need a land vehicle to be able to get out to the oasis in any kind of reasonable time. Could walk. Would take a shift.
What time
It's
of day
also
is it?
going into the evening. Yeah, it's you arrived morning shift, slept afternoon shift. Now it's the evening shift.
So, shall we go in the morning then?
Yeah, well, let's check on the weather. I don't necessarily mind going after dark as long as it's not acid raining.
I don't know. Monsters in dark doesn't seem like a good well, monsters in any combo doesn't seem, but we gotta check it out.
Yeah, I heard the monsters come out at night, mostly. Mostly.
Maybe we should talk to see if we can get something out of those Gemini folks in the meantime.
Where are they?
Maybe.
What are you gonna say, Sam?
I was gonna say, or maybe Jake can send his little remote control car on a secret mission.
We also need to see if we can find out if anyone's seen King. Do we want to like outright ask? Have we got a photograph of him?
No.
I guess if Dolly's granddad was in the revolt, that sounds like the kind of person that might be a UPP sympathizer. But if we start asking that kind of question, it could open a can of worms.
Yeah, they don't seem to very much be fond of the UPP.
Yeah, I got that sense back in the distillery.
I think, Jake, you had said there are two of the Gemini surveyors in the bar right now.
What's the bar like? Bright, dark, crowded, cluttered?
It's not very crowded or cluttered. And it's not really bright or dark either. It is more like a store with a few tables. But it's a pretty large room. And there's some like shelving with, general supplies on them and things like that. It's like half the room is tables, half the room is store. She has a small kitchenette in the back.
Well, let's see if getting him a drink will get him to talking.
Yeah, universal language.
Yeah. I'm gonna walk up to their table and, how you folks doing? Y'all seem to be visitors like ourselves. Can I buy y'all a drink?
I won't say no to that, young lady. You'll see these two people. One's an older man. He's the one in the hat that has the Gemini logo. He also has like, not like huge beard, but a pretty large beard. He introduces himself as Bert, and he's with a young woman named Telly. Your eyes are right. We are not from this colony, and definitely neither are yourselves. You can tell that just by looking at you. Please join us.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, thank you. Yeah, we were on our way to the station to refuel and found out it was gone. So here we are.
Yeah, so travesty.
That the same thing for you all?
We didn't arrive here until after the new year. But I did hear about it on the media. These things happen, I guess. This is a
Yes.
dangerous place to try and make a living.
Indeed it is. Indeed it is.
And how's business your end? You making a living all right?
We've been on worse planets trying to dig rocks out of the dirt. Volcanic
You miners.
ice. No thanks. Well, sometimes we mine rocks, sometimes we mine the rocks to get to other things. Steady paycheck.
You reckon there's something out there worth finding?
I think Gemini would send us here if there wasn't. The woman speaks up and says, "This terrain is ideal for underground structuring. It could be a whole other world beneath our feet. We wouldn't even know it until we dug through to it."
That sounds exciting. I'll drink to that.
Indeed it
That
does.
oasis is something's causing that oasis. We want to find out what.
Yeah, we were thinking of checking that out. It sounds like a local point of interest. So, what do you mean? Is it like the microclimate? Is it just at odds with the rest of the planet?
Completely different. And the plants there resist the acid rain.
So amazing. Wow.
We found some extremely interesting compounds. Then the man kind of like, "Ellie, please, we aren't at liberty to discuss such things. We're under NDA."
Hey, that's alright. We're not scientists. We probably wouldn't know what you're talking about anyway.
I know I don't. I'm a simple mechanic.
Just for vacation then, it sounds. There is water at the oasis, but I don't recommend swimming in it.
Yeah, considering what we're hearing about acid rain, doesn't seem sensible. Is there any fauna out there as well as flora?
No, this world's a barren rock. Barely any grass.
The barkeep was telling us stories about monsters out there.
The locals love their legends around here. Gives them something to talk about. Place gets
Sure.
pretty boring after a couple of weeks, and some of them are generational. No, I'm sure it's just revolt stories getting blown out of proportion. Hyperbole is currency.
Are you two planning on heading back to the Oasis anytime soon? Because we were thinking of taking a look, but if we could get a lift, that'd be greatly appreciated.
Yeah, and don't want to interrupt y'all work, but if y'all seem pretty familiar with the area, if you could point out some key interest areas for us to check out, that would be great too.
They kind of exchange glances a little nervously. I don't know that we actually have room in our rig. We have to come into town to get supplies for the whole team, you see.
Of course, of course. Wouldn't want to inconvenience you.
Yes,
I'm
we
sure you
won't.
could. Sure, you could. You know, rent an ATV from Dolly.
Um, sorry, I have to ask out of character question, but do we actually have what the ship says? Of a vehicle bay 3 with an APC and a Daihattai tractor?
Yes, those were in there. You, no, I guess there'd be a way to get vehicles into and out of the space dock.
But I mean, are they on the ship still?
Yeah, you stole the ship with those there. Those were on the ship when you stole it.
We'll make our own way. Thank you. Sam, we have an APC.
You
Yeah.
do? Oh, hell yeah.
I've been looking at the inventory of my ship since we got it. And he always says my ship. And I, cracks his knuckles, I'm gonna have my debut in driving it. And I raise my hands up like a gymnast in a victory after they do a dismount.
Sounds like we're not going to have an APC much longer.
Oh,
Laugh it up,
boy,
Javen.
this should be exciting.
Okay.
I think I've finished my drinks and probably ready to head out then.
I'm not.
Good luck to you
Well, thanks for the conversation. Y'all have a great rest of your day.
Yeah, happy surveying.
as well. Okay. Still in third shift of the day. Want to go out there or wait till morning?
I'll check what the weather's
Morning.
going to do.
And I'm sleeping on the ship tonight. Gotta check out. I gotta do a systems check on the APC. We gotta get supplies sorted. There's a lot. Plus, I got some skating to do.
Important business.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Alright, so then I'm gonna head to the VIP room. Y'all just buzz me when y'all ready to leave or want to meet back up.
Okay.
I've already rested, so I'll go back to my room and read through whatever's on the sort of company terminal about the history of the revolution here.
If you dig in,
Also, any like folk tales on the monsters.
give us a Comtech -1.
I'll push it.
Success. You are able to find some old articles that had been written that talk about reports of company workers being slaughtered by local wildlife. Also see some other. It looks like the ICSC had recently been formed around the same period and pressured Wayland to sell the rights to the mining rights to the UA, who then leased it out to Davenport. And there's the same article that talked about local wildlife killings also talked about how the workers were revolting at the same time because of the murders that were happening.
Interesting. So I take it everything I'm reading is sort of official news reports. So,
Yeah.
reading between the lines, it seems like there's some reason the ICSC might have been pressuring to sell the planet. And I assume it doesn't explicitly say why they did that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Anybody else want to do anything specific that would require a roll of some kind? Or just getting ready for the morning?
I'm just checking over the APC, making sure it's fueled up, charged up. Does it have weapons, or is it a de-weaponized APC from the military? And food and water supplies, life support, basically. And then I'm starting going through my own personal effects, weapons. Basically, it's a music montage moment.
Yeah. I'm giving you all ownership of M577 APC. So you can move items onto it. I'll drag your characters there. Under actors, just type in APC and it should pop up.
Uh-huh.
So the morning comes. You all regroup in your vehicle bay.
This is gonna be sweet, guys.
Yeah.
Maybe arrange to pick Sam up outside.
Go smuggler into the APC.
Yeah.
Jake.
I get in and I'm like, oh shit, y'all really are letting him drive, and I strap in real good.
No, Henry jumped in the pilot seat, but you see Jake is getting behind the 20mm Gatling gun controls in the co-pilot seat. We got this, don't we, Henry?
I mean, somebody's got to man the gun, but it makes me a little nervous for you to be that guy.
Well, I have a class 4 rating. And you know my skateboarding, my hand-eye coordination is on top form. Probably better than you old people. So, what do you say?
It's probably better you drive now rather than when we're running for our lives from these aliens.
No, I was talking about man in the gun. Henry's already in the pilot seat. The Gatling gun. Look at this. Look at this. Turn it to the left,
Well,
to the right. Here's the targeting.
Just sit there. Don't touch the targeting. Don't move it left and right while we're just driving around.
There's an alarm goes up. Whoop, 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 whoop. Oh.
Just sit there. Don't touch the guns until we really need them. All right.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
All right. I'm gonna be your spotter out this little tiny window.
Always rely on you. I was doing a bit of reading about the revolt and the monsters, and it seems like the events coincide. I couldn't really get the full story, but it seemed like there were local wildlife attacks around the same time the revolt against Wayland. And then this is around the time the ICSC was established, and for some reason they pressured Wayland into selling the planet to Davenport shortly after these animal attacks. So yeah, something shifty is happening.
Ain't it always?
Ain't that the truth?
So it takes about an hour to drive through what is essentially just a desert with high ridges, and kind of outcrop of rock and mountains off in the distance. And you were given, you have like a basic idea of where it is, and if you had asked anyone, they would have just been like, drive that way and you can't miss it, kind of thing. And so it doesn't take long until you reach this sprawl of growth and plant life of all different kinds, and there's these massive pools of like beautiful blue-green water. There's a cool breeze, whereas the rest of the planet is just extremely hot, like over 100 degrees at all times, even at night.
How many
But
degrees?
this just feels like this amazing, cool. Gosh, I'm really good with kilometers. I don't know how to convert Celsius, so 100 degrees Fahrenheit, which is what, like,
I see you calling
I
it, thinking
actually
this
don't
for
remember at all.
In the 30s, I think.
So it's
Zero
normally 100
is
degrees.
freezing?
It's normally 100 degrees Fahrenheit. You say?
Yeah.
So you said.
Yes. And as soon as you enter this like
37
canyon
degrees.
where all
That
this
is
growth is,
Quite warm. Well, not burning, but
yeah, exactly. That's like the coolest it gets.
oh, that's the coolest it gets.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's the warmest it gets.
Then you enter into this area where there's all this growth, and it drops by 30 degrees at least, and it just feels super comfortable and breezy. You also, like, you could continue driving, but you know that you will have to crush plant life and go through water and go over boulders to do so, which the APC can easily do if you wanted to. You see no sign of excavation or excavators of any kind.
Wasn't this where Gemini was supposed to be setting up? Although I suppose they mentioned tunnels. Maybe they must have found one then.
This whole oasis, it's sprawling. Like, it's not this one area. You can see that it, like, expands out between these, like, small mountains.
After we find somewhere to park, I want to use my motion tracker just to see if there's anything going on underground.
At this edge, you get no response on your motion tracker at all. I'm gonna use 2 battery power.
Use a lot of battery. Yeah.
What do y'all want to do?
Well, since we're here, do we want to get the samples? That probably gives us a good opportunity to look around the place.
Yeah. My voice dropped.
While we're here, we might as well.
Yep, sounds good to me.
Okay, do you travel together? Do you want to split up?
Be a classic horror movie trope for us to immediately split up in this safe, beautiful place. We'll cover more ground if we split up.
Yeah. Just make sure you stay in radio range, I guess, is
Yeah.
the best bet.
Yeah. Everybody got their trackers on them?
Oh,
Yep.
wait a minute. Let me synchronize the PDTs. Let me pull up my PDAT. Vitals.
Oh.
We are all
You,
connected. Huh?
When you do that, you actually see that your PDT signals are being distorted, and you can't actually see the location of PDTs, and the PDAT itself it seems like there's something like jamming it.
What the hell? Can I do... no. I'd like to do a comtech to see if I can diagnose it. Like what could cause it. Or if you think that's a
You do
die
a
roll.
flat. You just a flat comtech.
Yeah, because I don't really have anything for my SIGSYN to really contribute. Let me remove that so that it... or I'll just do a -2 on the roll so it'll balance out. Instead of... Otherwise I've got to remove it from my inventory and then put it back.
Yeah, doing the minus to balance it's better.
Oh, and since we're maybe expecting monsters, I'm going to take... Wait, if you let me. I have taken my biosuit from the locker.
Gonna push.
The player knows that he might be running into some monsters soon, and not having any panic would be nice. Stress, sorry, but that's out of character knowledge, so yes, I will push. And I only get 1 success.
Okay, so you can tell that there must be another source nearby which is causing this.
Natural or synthetic?
You would think synthetic, and everybody can gain a stress from that.
Did you say I would think synthetic?
Yeah, it just doesn't seem like natural, magnetic field is causing this or something. You think another piece of technology is causing this.
Looks like the company's gotten out here. I guess some sort of jamming technology. We're not going to be able to stay in contact at all, guys. Well, I meant like with the PDTs. So if one of us goes down, I'm not going to know about it.
We should
not
just stick
great.
together then.
Alright.
Yeah. If we can't communicate, I don't want to split up.
So you spend maybe 10 minutes moving around, looking for different types of specimens you can gather. Move into this one area, and you all see one of the aliens you've seen before, the large ones, in the bushes, kind of hidden in between some leaves, staring out at you, and everyone gains a stress and makes a panic roll.
We need our characters.
Yeah.
Jake.
I don't have the macro anymore. Oh, yes, never mind. Yes, I do. Except, no, it worked.
Does Jeevan not have nerves of steel?
I do.
Oh, even with it, you would still
Yeah,
roll...
I rolled a 6.
Wait.
So it would have been 9 if I hadn't.
Yeah. If you rolled a 6, you have 1 stress. That's 7 minus 2. So it's only 5.
I had 3 stress.
Oh, you do? Jeez, that's right. Okay, so... everybody gains a stress.
What was that?
Jeevan's panicking. Then it doesn't move. And after your initial reaction kind of passes, you could move closer to it and see that it's actually, it almost looks like part of a rock, or as if it is petrified or fossilized, or maybe is a natural rock structure. You just can't quite tell. It looks like the head of one of the ebon creatures that has pursued you in the past, the fully grown ones.
Oh dear gods.
What in the fuck is going on here?
Is it dead?
It looks like it's part of the rock.
Eventually I'll approach it, sort of move aside the undergrowth with the butt of my gun.
Yeah, I've got my pulse rifle up and aimed at it.
I'll also be readying my weapon.
So is it like this thing's turned to stone, or is it melded with the side of a rock face?
It's you could pick it up and hold it, but you can't tell if it's rock or an actual alien head. You just can't even tell at all.
I'm gonna sort of try and chip away at some of it with my knife.
Be careful, man. You know them things got acid for blood.
I'll get away from myself.
As you move around more, getting deeper into the oasis, you find more examples of these. You find full-on like face hugger limbs way, and kind of like their color faded to this naturally kind of tan coloration. You find these in the water. You can see reflections of what looks to be like snakes almost, and you recognize them as chestbursters. You find mounds of rocks, and they just appear to be dead alien creatures. Some of them you look familiar to you, others completely unnatural. stick.
What happened here?
I'd say at some point in the past, people had a really bad day. But did they kill the monsters, or did the monsters die out because they didn't have any more humans to eat?
Well, there were humans, like, yeah, they could have got to the colony. People have been living here since.
Yeah, but maybe this was a colony that was here before, and so they captured all them, and then they brought them here. Then they hatched, and then there was no other things to eat, so they went dormant or something.
I don't know. I think we would have maybe found some inkling of a previous colony. I think this must be the animal attacks that were reported like 80 years ago plus.
No, could this be the source of the, they said the acid rain. Maybe there is no acid rain, it's these things.
What would have happened to get it into the atmosphere? And what turned them to stone?
I mean, they did say don't drink the water because it was acid. So if these things are like leaching into the water and then the water evaporates.
Yeah, it could well be a whole lot of dead ones in the water. And they said the acid rain has increased recently as well. That's not good.
Those Gemini folks are digging out here.
So maybe they're looking for the hive. You mentioned tunnels.
I mean, there's got to be something making these things, or at least had at one point.
Are they all just in this area?
How far in do you want to go? Basically
No,
spent
I'm asking everyone here.
30 minutes.
I'm in character. Do you see, can you see them further? Anybody? You're taller than
We
me.
found a lot of them now, but this place is big.
Yeah.
Well,
I'd imagine they probably are being found other places. Those Gemini folks said they were finding interesting rocks or something like that.
Yeah. Should we try and bust one of these open?
If you take it and hit it against an actual rock, you find that it seems almost unbreakable.
I drop it in such a way that if it was to crack, that I wouldn't get covered in acid. Yeah, these things are tough.
Careful with that, man. Oh.
I'm gonna place one a good distance away, and shoot a rifle around into it.
The fire of the gun echoes through this whole canyon you're in. And you see that the bullet didn't even penetrate at all.
Did it leave a mark at all?
No.
This material
And then you
is
hear
crazy.
start of an engine. few moments after you fire the gun, kind of echoing nearby.
Does the sound come from where we parked?
No, it's coming from further in the oasis.
Someone else here?
Probably those Oasis folks.
Yeah. What do we want to do?
What was the exact sound that we heard?
Engine
It's
style.
like an engine.
Oh. How far?
You can't tell. It's like echoing in this canyon, the same way the gunshot did.
I bet they're leaving to report. We could have a car chase.
We've got
mean,
as much of a right to be here as they do.
Yeah, well,
Yeah. Or if
Uh,
they're leaving, we could go check out where they've been digging.
All right, let's do that. That sounds more fun.
Yeah. Jake, do some sneaking.
Really? His eyes get really big.
Oh, we'll get closer in the air. You can be advanced scout.
I'm going to move out. And just to remind you, Unicorn, I have the watchful talent.
Mm-hmm. Well,
And
so if you all
50
stay in this
black
general
successes.
area, so you're hiding nearby or moving?
I'm just moving out.
in
To
alone.
Well, I'm just scouting the perimeter.
I
See,
wouldn't say we
Okay.
would hide because quite a few people told us to come out here, and even the Gemini folks were like, "Oh, y'all should check it out." So why would we have to hide?
I'm just keeping an eye out for monsters who aren't petrified.
Okay. It doesn't take long before you can hear the sound of an ATV of some kind coming closer, and a small vehicle approaches and kind of riding over the mounds and goes through a big section of river or of of water. It's all pools, and you clearly see that is the Gemini excavation team, and they pull up quick, and a man and a woman get out, and they have one has a shotgun and one has a pulse rifle, and they raise them up at you. They say, "Identify yourselves."
Whoa. I'm Jeevan. I'm basically a tourist.
yeah, everybody chill.
Heard gunfire.
Yeah, I shot a rock. One of these weird rocks.
Kind of look at each other. So they had they like parked the thing sideways and like took up defensive posture behind it. Now they kind of come out, guns still, basically in overwatch position, and approach you very slowly. I say, "Can you show me the weapon?"
Yeah, I'm holding it at the moment, so I'll sort of tilt it.
Okay. They lower their weapons and kind of breathe a sigh of relief. Oh my god, you had us terrified for a moment there.
Sorry, I mean,
What are you
did
doing
you
in
think?
here shooting at rocks?
Tourists!
Well, we thought we were in the middle of nowhere. Teaching the kid to shoot.
Okay, well, It's fine. You really appreciate you shooting some of the samples here, but there's plenty to be had.
Samples. What are these things?
We're not at liberty to talk about it. Enjoy your trip to Tirgamirez. And they get back in their vehicle and drive back the way they came.
When they open the door, does it look like there's anything weird in the vehicle?
No, just tools and excavation machines.
And is the like they're armed? Are they? Was there like a gun placement on the car? Does it look like they're expecting a firefight?
You can see that they're very well armed.
Okay.
And they gave you like a military vibe in
Yeah.
how they held themselves.
For a
Let's see.
surveying team, it seemed pretty gung ho.
Yeah, I was thinking they're pretty well armed for a survey team as well.
They know what they're looking for, or at least they've got an idea.
Yeah, that's what I think as well. They know what's out here.
We want to watch them and see what they're doing.
I'll keep an eye on them.
Yeah, I think that's probably called for.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it makes sense to me. Definitely something strange going on here.
Right.
Do you guys have any radio units? And I turn mine on to see if it's getting jammed as well.
Yeah, I've got one.
Well, I have my watch here, and that I can get a few um,
All of
data
your
points
electronic
about.
tools appear to be malfunctioning.
I tap at my watch, and I'm like, it can't even tell me the time, much less the oxygen and pressure around here. Something's definitely jamming signals out here.
Did those two Gemini people have electronic tech on them? Like, did they have walkie-talkies or anything?
Not that you had seen.
Okay. I wonder if they've got like an EMP device or something. Yeah, let's take a look.
Did they drive off?
Yeah.
Let's follow their trail.
Yeah.
You do so by car or on foot?
Perhaps we should go on foot, but someone go back to get a car and drive us up closer. But not within
Oh,
earshot
yeah.
of them.
I'll get the car.
Cool. You just crawl it along.
Alright, so I'm gonna follow the tracks.
You go for a while. I mean, Henry would catch up to you before you would get to where they are set up. They're very deep in. You know, at a point, your engine will be heard getting too close to their camp.
I want to go
Yeah,
kind of
that-
slow and let Jake go ahead.
To kind of stay further away.
Is this enough
Yeah.
time to de-stress a little?
If you're gonna walk, then it's gonna take you the better part of an hour, and you can all drop 6 stress.
Nice walk.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk with like behind Jake.
Yeah.
Henry is creeping along, keeping the APC close. You know, he can't drive very fast either. There's a lot of rocks in the way and slowing down to go over terrain. You find a place where you can park it with good maneuverability, near-ish, where they are. Their tracks are very easy to follow. You see signs of older tracks going in different directions. It's kind of like a big maze in here. And you
Same type of vehicle?
find they're just in like a 4-wheeler.
Cool.
You know, it's just basically a truck that fits more people than gear. And then you arrive at this campsite, and you see there's actually there are 3 trucks. One of which, there's 2 of these smaller ATVs, and then one is like a big gear truck. It looks like it could tow something notable. And could even fit like, you know, large pieces of equipment and machinery on its bed.
Petrified alien queen.
There are 2 people who had confronted you earlier in the afternoon. They are just like outside of the main tent talking. You don't see anybody else. I'm sorry. There's also like a huge, obviously a dig site of some kind also. It's not just their camp. Like there is a large opening into the ground, and there's a whole rope and pulley system set up to lower people and equipment.
I want to sneak up to the pulley system at the ground.
Okay, give us a stealth roll. -1.
Which will be a +1 because I have a stealthy talent. Oh, you kidding? Are you serious?
A
Pushing
lot of
that.
dice for no hits.
It's one of those nights. And single success.
Man, that's nice. You're getting like no stunts this session
I
yet.
know it.
Well, his voice broke. It's the end of him.
Yeah.
You make it, so
It's
you
not like the One Ring
sneak
game the
past.
other day.
They don't see you. And you look down, and it's just this dark, cavernous hole. And if you shine your light into it, it only goes so far before it's just pitch black below.
And you say there's like tents nearby and some ATVs.
There's 4 individual tents and 1 large tent. There's 2 ATVs and 1 big tractor with like a tow platform.
I want to go to the big tent.
Okay, so the two Gemini surveyors are outside, both with their guns like slung around them, and the guy's smoking a cigar. They're literally just chatting about the weather on the planet. Nothing notable that you hear as you're going past. If you want to try to sneak into the tent they're standing outside of, go ahead and give us another stealth roll at a -2.
I do.
Well, I see Jake trying to do this, and I'd say I'd have stayed back and hide behind a rock or something. I'm gonna create a distraction, and I'm gonna come out from behind the rocks. Oh, hey guys, how's it going?
Jesus Christ.
Before you, well, go ahead and push, and then Sam, give us 1d6. Wow. Sam, let's see if you can roll a single help dice and save the day. 0 dice. Look how many. Wow.
Sam
You
did not
did
come
push
to
it
the
though.
rescue.
So you can push it though. Just ignore the stress roll. Nope. No.
Sam is of no help.
Hey.
I'm so sorry.
They both look up when you yell out to them, and the woman sees Jake as he's trying to slip past them into the tent. Hey! And she rushes over to you and tries to grab you, so she'll use her. Let's go ahead and do combat tracking. Oh, no. I can add you all in like this. It's dice for you. Do that.
I got.
Also, Jake, you don't forget your talent.
Is higher number the better one, right?
Yeah.
All right.
No, lower is better.
That's sorry. That's what.
10 means you're going last.
Hold on. Make me a 4 instead, then, please.
Okay. So he. Hey, what are you doing here? And he uses both of his movements to like get to Sam. To short range. And then Jake. She's just been cut. You just got spotted. You like made eye contact with her, and she yells out at you.
Let's see. Is this where the tour starts? We're here on holiday. They said to come out here. There's a beautiful place out here. Are you guys the tour guides? I'm trying to use manipulation.
You could do manipulation as your slow action.
Okay, what would the mods be? Because there's a number of mods for manipulation. I don't know what.
You have more people. I think would probably be the only one. You probably get a negative. I'll call it a flat roll.
Okay. Come on. Well, there's something.
They have no reason to want to help you.
I got 2, and there's no stunts for that one. So
I don't
it's
think
just
you can fail. Roll your manipulate or your panic.
Oh, yes, I didn't see that. Keeping it together.
Want to use a fast action for anything?
Oh, sorry, that was my slow action. Just to stand up so I can ready to spring into action to run if I need to.
Okay. Steven?
If it looks like they're suitably distracted by Jake and Sam, can I try and sneak into one of the tents?
Sure. Which one of the small ones?
So what do they look like? There's one. Do either of them look like some kind of command tent?
The one Jake is at looks like a large main tent, and
Yeah.
he's at long range from you. All the others at short range just look like personal tents.
Yeah, I'll sneak into one of the small ones at short range.
Okay, that'll take you 2 actions then.
Yeah. Do you want a mobility?
Nope. You can easily just move into one. Jake, you see she kind of calms down, and when she realizes you're a kid, she runs up to you, grabs you by the arm. Not you again. What? You're not allowed to be here. And
Me again?
essentially,
Do I know
going
her?
to close combat. What?
Do I know her? She said, not you again.
Yeah, they had just seen you.
Oh, is this the same person?
These are the same people. Yeah.
Oh. She's going to close combat. Well, I have the dodge skill. Or talent.
Oh, all right. Let's see you roll it. There's your successes, man. You need 2 to beat her. You could bank 1 to dodge later.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay, that's her 2 actions.
Oh man, I
Sam?
forgot I had some banked stealth ones as well that I didn't use. Maybe I could have avoided this.
Sam's gonna take a play from Jake's book and, hey, what's the deal? We just out here taking a look, like everybody told us to come out here and check the place out.
Henry, do you do anything notable?
I'm just trying to, looking around and waving my hands, like, trying to acknowledge the area, like, hey, they told us to come out here.
In combat. So you see her try to grab Jake, and he kind of jumps away. And then you both yell out at them, trying to calm the situation, when piercing scream echoes and reverberates around you, coming from out of the hole. And they both look at that direction, and almost forgetting about you, like, run over there with their guns raised and looking down into the hole.
I have a worried look and look over in that direction.
Is there anything of
Or
note
you
in
can
this
tell
tent?
nothing's happening. Say again?
Is there anything of note in this tent?
Okay, Nathan, ready?
As far as you can tell, it is just someone's sleeping tent. Has their clothes and some excavation tools and a bag, a cot.
For Toby's birthday? I know.
The,
Oh, it's at the
You can hear
trampoline.
yourself.
Oh. Yes.
Live
It's all your hot
microphone.
mic.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Yeah, the scream's probably distracted me from searching the tent, so I'll peek out at the tent.
You hear the scream, and you see them run over to the excavation entrance, the hole in the ground with all the ropes and pulleys, and they're looking down in there with their guns at the ready, but nothing's happening.
I'm going to sort of nip out of the tent and circle around, so I'm approaching from the direction Sam came. And run up behind them. Go, what the hell was that?
They look at each other. Sounded like Natasha. You need to get out of here.
Someone in trouble down there? You need help?
You can't put civilians on the equipment. I'll go down. The woman, their shotgun situated, and it's onto a small platform and starts lowering herself, while the other guy kind of helps man it from the top.
Wait, do the zippers actually
10 minutes.
work?
10 minutes goes by, and everyone can drop a stress.
No, they just.
Oh.
Well, they do. That's a pretty funny card.
So you're hot mic'd.
Oh, jacket. Shh. What? Sorry, I don't know why this thing keeps unmuting me.
Everybody drops a stress. As far as you can tell, nothing's happening. And he's kind of pacing around, just, God, what the hell's going on down there? What?
I don't think sending people down one by one is necessarily a good idea, man.
What the hell do you suggest we do then?
Well, we happen to be capable individuals in the area. We should all go. And I'll lock and load my gun.
No, absolutely not. No way am I sending civilians down there. You shouldn't even be here. This is all highly classified information that we're dealing with. You cannot go down there. I need you to go back to the colony now.
You know what those monster rock things are, don't you?
What monster rock? What are you talking about?
Can I do an observation to see if he's genuine there?
It
Or
would
manipulation,
be
rather.
manipulation. Guess I'll have him roll. He's supposed to. Seems completely genuine. Have no idea what you're talking about.
Right, okay. I didn't like the sound of that scream. I think your friend's in some serious trouble down there.
Damn it. Damn it. Hey, fine. I'll send you down, but I'm making a note that I'm logging that you hijacked and forced me into this. I'm also enacting the red protocol.
Which
that anyone
is?
will know about it before it. We're supposed to just evac completely if there's a major crisis or injury. So I'm gonna hit the button and start getting everything loaded to roll out. Try and bring my people back.
Of course. Let's see.
Everybody going down?
I think we got to go down.
Okay.
I don't know if Henry has pulled up yet or not. 'Cause there's no.
I assumed you just left the car and joined them on foot, like to go
Oh, okay.
to the camp.
Sure.
You're basically like one turn away from reaching it. You're essentially, we'll put you at extreme range, car, in the camp. I'll take a break, a little 10 or 15-minute break, and then we'll.
Yeah, it's a good time for it.
Yeah, I think we need to.
Can't.
Sure.
Let's break in.
Right, cool. See y'all in a little bit here.
It's usually that.
The funeral is about to begin, sir. is about to begin, sir. The funeral is about to begin, sir. The funeral is about to begin, sir. is about to begin, sir. The funeral is about to begin, sir.
All right, you all get onto the platform. He kind of shows you how to use it to bring yourself back up. And that it's just faster if someone's at the top. Radio signals aren't working in this valley, so there's a horn line at the bottom. If you pull down on the rope, it'll be marked. I'll know you're trying to come up. Good luck.
Right you are.
He slowly starts to lower you down into the dark. It feels like it takes forever. But it's also long enough to drop a stress if you have any. No, you have to minimum 1 stress right now for everybody.
Again, stress. I've
Okay,
got
so yeah,
low
you
light
either
goggles.
lose a stress if you're at 2, or you gain a stress if you're at 0.
I'm going to turn on my low light goggles.
Turn on your what? Your motion tracker? Oh,
No,
that's-
I've got low light goggles. My infrared.
Oh, okay. Nice. I think
Is it
everyone
a-
has flashlights too, and you can see it just goes down a really long ways. And you finally arrive at the bottom of small cave with only one tunnel leading away. You don't see any signs of any humans. The cave is also empty of any kind of rocks or petrified alien corpses, nothing like that. Here.
Keep close, guys.
Move through the dark and the dank. It almost like a incense smell in the air, as if something flavorful is burning. Some kind of herb or something, you can't quite tell. Smoke or anything, but there's a distinct scent.
What is that?
You spend about 10 or 15 minutes moving, with nothing happening. When you come to a split, one path appears to be naturally formed. The other looks like it was excavated, and there's signs of tools and markings on the rock, footprints left in the dust.
No footprints heading into the natural one.
There are footprints going both ways.
Can I glean which set would be the freshest?
Make a survival roll. Yikes. With
Yes,
one
what
stress, I think you can only roll a 5. Keep it together,
True.
you can-
Yeah.
All right, 4 successes. You bank 3 if you want for tracking.
I will give one to other PCs in the same situation so everyone gets a success. I'll point out something and kneel down.
Yeah.
What do we make of this?
It looks like the ones going through the excavated part have been recently tread. The ones going through the natural part look much older. But you also find that there's some like unnatural track. It's about twice the size of the human boot prints. Percent.
Does it
Everybody
look
gains
like
distress.
it looks like an alien foot and not like an exoskeleton suit kind of? It doesn't look like a machinery.
Almost a mix, with yeah. You wouldn't think it's like an exosuit or a power loader print. It looks like some sort of organic print. Blood.
I dread to think what this could be. And which way is that heading?
That's going down the natural path. Also, everyone make sure you gain a stress from that.
Does it seem like something else is being dragged?
Nope.
Do we dare stalk the beast? Or do we
Well-
want to check out their excavation?
Well, there was the scream. Let's go where the excavation is, because that's where the scream would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah, head down the excavation way. But yeah, so someone definitely keep an eye on the rear.
You're going which way? I missed it. I'm sorry.
Towards the
dug
excavation.
route. The excavation, yeah.
Okay. To continue moving, the tunnel is much narrower. You are basically forced into single file. Kind of twists and turns. Splits a few times, but you find a few dead ends, and most of the time there's like signage that they've left for themselves. And a few spots you find are marked and parts of the wall have been marked off. And it looks like they've been kind of dug into and pieces of the wall and chunks of the rock taken out. And in these same spots, it's petrified xenomorphs, kind of similarly, that have been melded into the rock or pushed into the rock at high pressure at some point and kind of fossilized there. And that's very similar to the remains you found up top. But in here, they seem to
Glean
actually be
anything?
collecting these.
Can we glean anything about their position? Does it look like they like in an aggressive kind of stance, or are they sleeping, or how are they posed?
So no, it's almost like you almost can't tell at all. Like there's no rhyme or reason to it.
Okay.
And they're all different points on the wall, and they're not even just full xenomorphs. It's like body parts of them, little pieces.
Does it look like fossils that have been there for a very long time and that they might be, I don't know, fragments from the rocks shifting around and everything?
Yes, it does look like some of them are like that. Much more than 90 years that humans have been on this planet. I guess it was more like probably 92 years that they actually were here. That's the same, really. You're hearing nothing. You're seeing no sign of humans having been there very recently. You can tell maybe the day before.
I'm definitely trying to keep an eye
As
out
you
for
move-
anything gooey, specifically.
Yeah.
Like the gooey stuff.
Considering you all have
is kinda like
flashlights and you're very actively... What was that?
I was gonna say the gooey stuff is like the fresh stuff, right? That's
Yeah.
when I'll start getting real concerned.
You haven't seen anything like that. It's still all just like dry rock. And you can tell that you're going in and out of like natural tunnels as well. Like they've excavated between these natural formations. And it does almost it hasn't alleviated much. It's almost like they picked a direct route and it didn't really have to. You can tell they were like changing direction to go around rock they couldn't get through, but you're still basically heading the same way. You wouldn't really have any idea being underground, like which way though. You could make a survival -3 if you wanted to figure out, attempt to determine which direction you've been moving.
I'm guessing our electronics still don't work.
Yeah, electronics still aren't working. This is just kind of your natural sense of navigation. Okay, Jeevan, yeah, you are pretty good at it, and you realize that you're heading back in the direction of the colony.
I'll take a +1 modification for later.
Okay.
I think this is heading back to sort of distillery ways. And is it one long tunnel? It's not like branching out.
You've been walking for a while and haven't found any branches. There are branches, but you can tell it's natural cave formation or natural tunnels going in different directions.
But the excavated one is all just a winding
Yeah,
tunnel.
and it's kind of interconnecting between them. Natural ones are where you're finding more like signs of them having dug into the rock and taken specimens. There's enough, like, there's tools and things lying around too that if you wanted to spend a little bit of time, you could, like, try to get some, like, take some of it as well, chiseling away at some. But you know that it would, like, you'd have to spend probably a shift doing so.
That seems like a bad idea if there's a xenomorph around. Can we see anything in terms of the tracks? Different? Anything running? Tracking?
Adults, they still seem fresh. Just unhurried pacing between them. And every now and then you're finding one of these alien tracks. They're not always on the ground. Sometimes they're on the wall or the ceiling.
Ugh. This isn't good. Let's
How
keep
long
moving
do
cautiously.
you think you all would walk for?
30 minutes.
How long would it take for us to get underneath the colony? Is that like a good few hours?
Would I say it'd take a few hours at least?
Probably don't want to do that.
If you'll remember, that's kind of why you drove out there, was because Dolly had told you it would be about a shift, a walk to the oasis. If you went for about an hour or two, you would find used sleeping sites as well that you know you could utilize. And obviously the excavators spent days and days like down here doing this, and they set up in larger, I don't want to say caverns, but like openings in the rock where they had more space. They turned into kind of communal areas, which show recent signs of use.
Human use or monster use?
Human use.
Why not? Why not both, man? Humans are monsters too, man.
Yeah, we're learning that more and more. I hate it down here. It's so stuffy.
Hell yeah, man! This is like the exact opposite of the life I chose for myself, being a pilot out there in space and everything. This giving me the creeps.
Yeah. I feel like I'm actively defying my personal agenda, but like I'm growing from it. How long should we keep on going? Can't hear
Well,
anything.
speaking of personal agendas, if they're doing some shenanigans underneath the colony and everything, we should probably try and put a stop to that. If there's any chance that all those people up there are going to get fucked up.
Yeah. Maybe we should keep on going. See if this tunnel network actually does pop up somewhere in the colony. Because if so, those people are in a lot of danger. Well, they are already, but more so.
Alright, but the farther we go, the more we have to trek back.
Where is that?
A little farther then.
Yeah.
We move farther, Unicorn.
Asking me?
Yeah, we said no. I'm telling you, we're moving farther.
Sorry. Okay, so if you assume that you're walking back to the colony, you know by the time you get there, it would be night shift, basically, overnight. So you would, that's usually when you would be asleep for that shift. And so if you pressed all the way forward, you're
We
risking
slept-
exhaustion.
Our schedule is offset right now because we got to this place and we just slept all day before heading out here. It's kind of like the middle of the day for us right now, right?
So you left in the morning, and then this has been the afternoon shift that you've been going around the oasis. Well, that's true. You drove. You got there faster, so you're exploring the oasis in the morning.
Well, it wasn't the morning because we were sleeping in the morning, right? We arrived.
Yeah, we arrived in the morning, then we slept through the afternoon.
Yeah, we did a whole rest, got all our hit points back, and de-stressed.
All right, and then I think you've rested twice. I thought. Misremembering?
Yeah, you know,
I
we
thought
did.
you slept overnight again.
Oh, did we? Shit.
Yeah, we did because we
woke
wanted
up
to
in
get
the
an early
morning.
start to come out to the oasis.
Okay. Well, then
Yeah,
we're running
you kind of
sleep
slept twice
surplus.
into one day. I think is what happened.
I don't suppose anyone's got any never sleep on them.
I actually might. Let me check.
I did.
No, I don't.
I thought I did at one point.
You could roll to search one of the campsites for whatever might be there.
They're all up on
yeah, it
top
seems worth
side
doing.
though, right?
No, you've been coming across like small camps that they've set up, just like very simple beds and a first aid kit and minor stuff for them to like sleep underground while they were excavating every day.
Yeah, I'll give one of these a
You're
search. I'm
basically
also
coming
looking for
across.
any documentation as well. Be interesting.
We'll say every 2 hours you come across a campsite, and it's 6 hours to get there. So you walked for 2, came across the first campsite, and then you moved on now towards the second one. And so you know that continuing on, you will start to get tired. You still have to stay up for the whole next shift before you make a stamina roll. That's kind of how it works mechanically. If you stay up, you're at the second campsite right now. Nothing has happened. You're not hearing anything. You haven't seen anything except tracks.
I'll search the second campsite.
So go ahead and, well, you're specifically looking for documentation. So
I'll look for some never sleep as well.
Jake looks for ball
sure.
marks.
Okay, Jeevan, I'm just gonna have you make a flat wits roll to like see if you understand what you're reading in the notes that they've left at the campsites.
With or without stress?
With stress. Everybody else can roll just a flat 1d6 to find out what you find.
Oh, sure.
Oh, nice. Ooh, make your panic roll. You'll probably be okay. Yep.
Ooh.
Barely keeping it together. So, you find a personal journal. And
Sleep.
it talks about how organic fossilized forms can be transmuted essentially with very basic chemistry to form what is known as compound B, which is a very it's a recipe material used in explosives and medical kits. And that
And these
there's
documents saying that
just
they've been
this
using.
enormous supply. What'd you say?
Is that what they're extracting here? Or are they using it in the whatever they're doing here?
They're extracting it from these organic fossilized forms, and you know what compound B is. Everybody knows what it is. It's extremely valuable and somewhat rare, and so to be sitting on this much of it is like an insane fortune.
Oh my god. Compound B is Xenos.
Oh, Henry got a 6. All right, roll a 1d4. It'll be minus. It's like 1d4 minus 1 out 4, really.
Ooh.
Okay, so you get 3 never sleeps. Sam rolled a 4, so you can roll a 1d4, Sam.
She's away from comms. Or she's away from the
Oh.
computer. I think.
No, I'm back.
Oh, sorry.
He's back.
Oops.
That's okay.
Okay, Sam, you find 20 scrap. Like, do you want to do a search roll of the campsite?
Oh, sure. Well, I missed.
Just a 1d6 to see what you find, and then a 1d4 to see how much of it.
Well, I rolled a 6.
Also 6. Okay, roll 1d4.
2.
Minus 1. You find 1 never sleep. Oh, just enough for your 4 in total between the 4 of you now.
Okay.
You spend a little bit of time doing this, just like a turn, 10 minutes. You can drop a stress, minimum 1. and you hear coming from further off in the corridor ahead of you. Uh, uh, help! Help!
Someone out there. I'll
You hear that?
cautiously but speedily head in that direction, but not like abandoning the rest of the group. I'll make sure they're full.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same.
Yeah, I'm gonna get my pulse rifle kind of in overwatch position, watching, kind of standing in front of Jake, and watching to see what they find.
Just beyond, kind of in the curve, is a middle-aged man. And he's trying to crawl your direction towards the campsite. And he just looks, it doesn't look like he's bleeding or anything when you shine your light on him. Well, I guess, you wouldn't be able to see anything unless you shine the light that way. So you kind of spot him. He's like, help me, please. And he's just trying to crawl and dragging one of his legs, which looks like it's not moving at all.
Okay, man. I'm going to advance past him and aim my gun out in the tunnel behind.
You see nothing. Probably goes for 100 feet before it curves a bit again, and you can't see past it.
I've been down next to him. What happened here?
My leg. I think I broke my leg. Can you help me, please?
I don't.
He is
I'm
mechanically
no medic.
broken at 0 HP.
Oh, he's a droid?
No, I'm sorry. He mechanically he's broken. 0 HP. Can only crawl and move.
All right,
Well,
yeah.
I'm no medic. We'll see what we can do.
We should have a bunch of med kits. At least I thought we had a bunch that I bought. Stuff for. I had ingredients for 10 med kits. From the last place we were.
Right. I don't. No, you did make some for that doctor on Argos. Why don't you have any in your? Maybe you've used them since then, but you still have all the.
I have a med kit.
I gave everybody else med kits, and then I bought more ingredients for them at one of the last couple places that we were, with a plan to make a bunch. But I guess I haven't.
Shit, then I never put one in my inventory.
I have
got one if
two.
you need one.
All right, yeah, Jake, let's patch this guy up.
But I'm not very good. Anyone better? I mean, I know Mom said she was a doctor. She's more like a monster. But even though Mom could do stuff, I don't know. Anyone else?
I only got a level 2 rating. I didn't do much training beyond that.
I think you're the winner there, Sam.
Yep.
Oh, shit. Okay, let me see what I can do.
You get a +2 from the med kit.
Oh, right.
Stress doing it. You do it's 2 more base die.
Well,
All right, so you earn the med kit to kind of it has folded adjustable splint in it, and gauze and some stiff wrapping. It's you get him up on his feet again, albeit at a bit of a limp and a half useless leg. Oh my god,
It's
thank
not
you.
perfect. Yeah, it's not perfect, but we'll get you out of here.
It
What
feels
did
so
this to
much
you, man?
better. I fell. I came a different tunnel and I got lost and I had to jump. It was further than I thought, I guess. Or I landed bad. Huck and roll, they said. Easier said than done, I'll tell you.
Can I glean if he's lying?
Okay. Let me roll a manipulation for him. There we go. Okay. Manipulation, where are you? Would you roll? 2? Okay.
2.
So he seems to be telling the truth. He seems more disoriented and confused than anything. And like in focusing on his pain, not really answering your questions very directly, but you don't sense deception from him.
What's the best way out of this place? Does this go through to the colony?
What? No, I don't know where this goes. I'm trying to find my daughter. I only know one way out. That's the way I came in, and I don't know how I got there. Where did
You're
y'all
not with
come in
Gemini?
from? Are you with the excavators?
No,
What'd you say?
we're passers-by, I guess.
I don't understand what the hell you're doing down here, but I thank you for it. Thank God for it. My God, I've been down here alone. I probably would have died of starvation.
Well, glad you found you. But why do you think your daughter's down here?
I don't think anything. I know she is.
What happened?
Well, I know she comes out here with her friends, and she didn't come home for dinner last night. I asked around, and all her friends are still in town, but she said she came out here. I don't know what for.
Seems to be a pretty popular hangout for the kids.
Yeah, they like to bathe in the waters, make out, do just kid stuff. But I don't know why she would have come down here.
Why would they bathe in the waters? It looked pretty manky.
Isn't it acid?
Yeah, and they told us to not drink the water and stuff because of the acid rain. I would think that would include not bathing in it.
Yeah, the company doesn't want us, lowly employee citizens enjoying any clean, pure water, do they? Rather hoard it all to themselves.
I just raise an eyebrow at that. Seems like we're getting some conflicting info here.
My father worked out here. I was born out here. My daughter was born out here. We've always bathed in the waters.
Y'all ever hear any tall tales about weird animals or people ever go missing?
I remember those rumors when I was really young. My pa always said it was nothing to worry about, just tall tales from the old timers. Never seen a single living creature since I've been here. Almost 50 years now.
But you do see like these fossils here and the creatures that are captured in them, correct?
Just like rocks to me. I don't know what you're talking about. Can you help me find my
Good.
daughter? Are you down
Yeah,
here
we'll
to
do what
help?
we can. I've got a motion tracker with me as well, but something's messing with the electronics. Do you know what that might be?
I have no idea. I'm a teacher, not a robotics expert or tech person.
Did you come down here through the colony? Is there an entrance up there?
Oh, I think I came in through the oasis. Where I went to find her.
Feeling a little hazy on that?
No, I'm sure that's where I'm sure it's where I came in from. Yes.
Okay.
This can't lead to the colony. There's no underground at the colony. It's just the distillery, the town above, or the town around it.
Well, we're getting pretty close to where it will be overhead.
That that can't doesn't make any sense.
Based on
we're
my
like
estimation of distance, how far do we think we'd have left to go before we run to the colony?
I think you're about 2 hours walking still.
Okay.
so theoretically, if there were an exit there, it's closer than going backwards.
Yeah, you're 2/3 of the way. You're starting to get tired, but you just found 4 never sleep.
Yeah, boss. We're about 4 hours walking from the oasis directly towards the town.
Well, yeah, I guess I just walked a lot longer than I thought. Can't believe I haven't found her. She must be ahead still then, right? Let's keep going. And kind of gets excited and stands up with his newfound health and
Okay, you stand back though, because we don't know what's down here.
my daughter, hopefully. Come on, let's go. Thank you so much.
No worries. I'm not going to let him lead the way though, so I'll barge ahead of him.
So, as you all begin to move deeper, the air begins to feel really thin. Everyone make a stamina roll. -1. Oh, no. Do a flat. Do flat. Memory's good.
I was too quick on the draw. Sorry.
Even's probably good. No, I misread what I had written. It's just a flat stamina. Okay, if Jeevan passes his stress, which I think he can't fail, he can give away his success. Somebody.
To
Jake.
I guess.
He'll keep it together, though. Henry could push Henry could push to give away a success, or Sam could push to try to get her own, depending on how you want to manage your stress.
So if I'm struggling with breathing and we're sensing that the air is getting thicker, I've brought my biosuit, so I'm going to switch to the air supply for that.
Sure. Okay, that's a good idea.
Can't breathe.
All right, Sam pushes for 2. So Henry, if you want to. Oh, you pushed and it still kept you. Oh, because your success was on stress. That's why. You can reduce your stress by 1 because Sam pushed on their own. So you wouldn't have had to do that even.
Okay.
After about maybe 45 minutes or an hour or so, you pass this high ledge, probably 15 feet above you. This is where I fell from. I can't believe I crawled that whole way.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Yeah, a feat indeed.
God, I was running out of energy. I didn't think I was gonna make it. And you move deeper in, and about where you think the colony would be, you find a wall that has been partially collapsed. And in front of you is this huge open cavern. And there's all this scaffolding kind of infrastructure that's been built up around an enormous U-shaped starship of some kind.
Oh, dear Lord.
Holy.
I think I know what that
What in
big...
the hell is that?
Is that
You can
some...
barely breathe, as if the oxygen's being kind of sucked out of the room, even.
Speaking of, has it been long enough that I need to make an air supply?
Yeah, go ahead and make your first air supply after this traveling. Oh, there goes 1.
Is that some
Gasp.
kind of experimental company ship? I thought our ship was
Wait,
pretty
should we?
bizarre.
I don't look like any kind of ship that no company's been making.
But what if it's like a new design, like some sort of stealth ship or something?
Cowboy, this is the first horse show I saw that I don't like. This thing
Yeah,
gives me
man.
the creeps.
Absolutely.
There's no movement in the room. It's extremely still. And Ned kind of clambers forward, half limping.
Did you not see this thing on the way past?
What the? Well, he showed you previously where he fell,
Oh, he didn't get
and
this
then
far.
went the other
Okay.
direction. Yeah.
No worries.
Wait, how
Maggie!
far from where he fell are we?
He just starts screaming her name.
Wait, hold on a second, man. Before you fell and forgot some stuff, do you remember seeing like a egg-shaped kind of thing? Like a big, leathery, eggy sack?
No, I've never seen. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen anything like that.
Do you have any memories of like a dream or feeling like you're drowning?
I'm gonna reach out and place my palm
Oh.
on his chest.
kind of questions are these? Of course not. I just want to find my daughter. Maggie! He's just like yelling at the top of his lungs. It's echoing, bouncing around the chamber.
Maybe you shouldn't be shouting so loud. We don't know what's down here.
Yeah, keep it down, man.
Nothing's down here. My daughter's down here. Ah. He grasps his chest. He like pushes your hand away and falls to his knees. Ah, my. What?
Oh no, 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 no.
I pull up my gun and point it at him.
Roast him!
I'm getting the worst heartburn right now. My God.
I'm gonna blast him in the chest with this pulse rifle.
In reality,
You just shoot him.
Just fuck this guy. Yeah.
in reality, he just had
Okay,
he just had some bad chili.
Make an
Wrong day for
empathy
chili.
roll.
Ah, fuck.
You need
Okay.
to fail an empathy roll
Oh yeah.
to waste him.
Best use of this roll.
God damn it.
Too many feelings, Henry.
I have really low empathy, so
Oh,
if
put down the
anybody,
common man.
oh damn it. Oh. I guess I'm overwatching for when a chest burster pops out of his chest. Then,
Yeah, I'm standing there just watching.
I feel okay. I feel better. It's he like stands back up, kind of limps a little, remembering his injury. Okay, why are you get those guns out of my face? What are you doing?
Dude,
Think-
if only you've seen some of the shit we've seen, you would understand.
There may be something inside you.
Inside? No. What? Okay, I appreciate you saving my life and all, but this is ridiculous. I'm gonna find my daughter, and he like starts walking towards the ship.
Does that
Don't
look
go out there
normal?
alone, man.
You just walking towards this weird looking ship like it's nothing? Does that not even phase you?
If that's where Maggie is, then that's where I'm going.
We need to stick with him. I'll run up behind him.
yep, coming with him.
Are we really doing this? And I start following Jeevan.
Stick behind me, Jakey.
I'm not sure this is wise, but okay.
You kind of approach where it's set on the ground, and you see that this like massive door, like open doorway, is open. And he just like walks up this ramp onto the ship without like a second thought, yelling, "Maggie! Maggie! It's your father! Where are you? Please, where are you?"
We'll
And he
find her. Come on.
disappears
We'll
out of
keep it
sight.
quiet.
Or starts to if you don't follow him, anyways.
Begrudgingly, I do follow him.
Everyone gain a stress.
Yeah.
The ship is almost bland inside, which in and of itself is strange because you've never seen a ship that wasn't, very obviously showing everything that's going on and had access points to everything everywhere and computer terminals. It seems completely lacking any sort of exterior designs at all. And you're walking through this empty, long corridor.
Since we haven't tried it now, I'm going to try the motion tracker just to see if we're still in the dead zone.
You get no movement on it.
Is it working?
Mm. I forgot, actually. No, it is not working. You pull out your motion tracker, and it's just flashing you. It's like giving you ghost symbols. They're just popping up randomly all over the place and disappearing and popping up and disappearing. And it just appears to be malfunctioning. It's that, or there are moving creatures all around you everywhere.
I don't think I'm that scared.
You'll
so
still
I'll
roll a
hit it on
power
the side
supply
of it.
for it.
Okay. Oh, I don't know why it rolls so many. It's 3 power.
Oh. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you kind of hit it and nothing changes.
Ah, useless piece of crap.
Turn a hall or a corner in the hall, and Ned is standing there completely straight and has stopped moving and is just staring at the wall. And you see plastered to the wall is a young woman covered in this white resin. It's like very similar to what you've seen before, except the color is white instead of black. It looks more like synthetic blood. And she has a massive gaping wound in her chest and hangs there dead. And he's just like, Maggie? Maggie?
Okay, man, time to go. We found her.
No. And he falls to the ground again. What's happening?
Oh, here we go again.
And then you hear a
Okay.
cracking sound.
I would like to try
As his
and
chest
shoot him in the chest again.
rips open.
Yep.
No one had Overwatch on him. Actually, you did say you kept Overwatch on
Yeah.
him, didn't you?
Henry
Yeah,
did.
Well,
Yeah,
someone
at
said
least.
that. I think it was
Yeah, Henry did.
That was me.
I pointed my gun, but I
Okay,
said
so
I was keeping Overwatch on him.
okay, you can both make an empathy roll. Then you were the two that were kind of ready to do it if it needed to be done.
Jesus Christ.
You guys are very
Some
empathetic.
feels really bad.
Wow. Yeah. So you don't get a first shot, and you hear this cracking sound, and then you hear from above you a deep, gurgling, hissing noise, and a glop of slime falls to the ground between
Someone's
you
rolled it.
all.
Oh,
Jake, you need to roll your observation talent to detect sneak attacks. I'm going to put us all into combat.
Do I only need a single success to do so?
I think it's versus their
We're gonna
mobility.
have to look it up. I forget. I think it just gives you a +2 to your roll.
Yeah, no, I've done the +2, but I mean, do I only need one success to?
I have to roll my sneak attack still.
Ah, okay.
No, it's you have to beat his.
Ability.
You all look up. You see this white-skinned
Praetorian.
xenomorph. Okay, so I need to roll close combat. What the hell is it? Oh, wait,
They don't have close combat. They
I
got
roll
signature
mobility.
tools.
Nah, I can't remember. I was just thinking the wrong skill name. Jeez.
Wraith.
Or Jake, are you going to push your observation roll?
Oh, dear Lord. Yep.
We get another 3+. Oh,
Oh, you can't fail with panic, so 4 successes. You might get a panic though, so go ahead and roll it.
Nope.
Being it together as usual.
So I got a total
Okay,
of
so everybody
4.
else.
I think it's
Yeah,
defender
so
wins.
you meets it. You beat it. You're the defender.
I'm just going to look up and scream. My voice is going to crack. I can't imitate that as a grown man, but you can imagine it.
So
And
everybody
look up.
else, go ahead and roll observation.
But I'm looking up and pointing up. Watch out! How do I already have
What happened?
initiative? I didn't click to roll it.
Did I click them? I don't remember clicking them.
Well, I don't care who does, but I'll go ahead and roll my talent to see if I get a better
Do
one.
your bonus one at least.
Yeah, because the 3 is pretty nice.
Um,
But if I get a 1, I did not.
Maybe I did click them and just didn't even realize it.
No, that's all right. No, I don't mind.
Okay, Sam, Henry, and Jeevan, you can both push to try and get 1 and 2 more successes respectively, but you'll gain a stress doing so. Losing the roll means you lose your first turn, I think. It's been so long. I've read that rule. Wow. That's insane. 8 successes. God, now I want to look the rule up to make sure there's nothing.
Can I do a stunt? I haven't done a stunt yet this session.
I think in that case, I don't know if you get a stunt for that kind of thing.
I think you do, but only for any additional successes beyond the
Ones you require.
opposed. So
Yeah,
for
well,
5th
I
plus.
mean, the only observation stunts are how many are they coming for me, and how can I? You can use
Well,
a
is
stunt
it coming
to
for us?
get away. Yeah.
I would like to use a stunt to
So,
get away. Oh, I can't show off. Show off is the one that gets the point, right?
I don't think show off is part of the observation stunts.
Yeah, unfortunate.
It's for like pilot and I don't know what else. I think just piloting.
Look how good I am at looking at stuff, guys.
Look at me.
yeah, it literally just gets a free attack if you fail the roll. I think Sam's the only one that failed. Did Jeevan push and get 2 more successes?
I'm not going to push.
You're not gonna push. Okay.
Oh, I got a success and a stress.
I got 2 successes.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sam, roll your panic. Everybody gains a stress.
Yay.
Shoot.
Okay. Oh my god, I really roll a 1 for the... Okay. A Wraith.
Are we gonna end the game here?
Yeah, this is where we'll end. I think that's good.
Because I'd rather not end it midway through combat.
No, we're at the end anyways. That's perfect. Yeah, we'll start right here with initiative. And...
Yikes.
Oh
Grab some
boy.
new characters.
Yeah.
And here,
Maybe.
episode 20, the climax and conclusion of the campaign.
I don't know. Y'all have some pretty good weapons.
We have faced some crazy stuff before as well.
I might have weapons, but I have no reloads. And with that
Oh,
much
man.
stress, I'm in trouble.
Yeah, if you rolled a 5 on the search, you would have found nap relief. You all rolled 4 and 6 and 6. That was unfortunate. All right, let's do experience really quick. Did you play today? Gain a point. Did you pursue a course of action working towards your personal agenda?
Oh, we went to a pretty oasis.
Very good.
I did not.
Yeah, we helped the guy that was trying to find his daughter.
Yeah.
Henry definitely did. Don't know enough about Jeevan. Oh, even you defied your personal agenda. You'll get a point later for that.
Underground, yeah.
Did you risk or sacrifice something to further that personal agenda?
Nope.
Not particularly. You actively defy your personal agenda? Jeevan did. Nobody else, I think, really.
Nope.
Risk your life for a buddy. Not today. Support, protect, or save the life of another PC. Not yet.
I have a feeling it might come up later.
Yeah,
It's like
next
everyone's going to get all of these next session, basically. Did you challenge, stand up? Oh, okay, actually, I'm remembering now. So, yeah, there wasn't really any life risking, I think. But when Sam thought Jake was going to get caught sneaking in, she like jumped out.
Oh yeah,
I'll give
totally.
you a point for that. Did you challenge, stand up to, sabotage, or undermine an antagonistic NPC? Really, just questioning all the new people today. Final blow on an enemy? No. Did you make a panic roll? I think everybody. Overcome a dangerous event? You just got into one.
So we haven't overcome it yet.
Significant discovery? Yes.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Andy?
I said we haven't overcome it yet. Dangerous event. We found one, but we haven't go past it yet.
I love the phrasing of the question. So you'll either overcome it or your character died. Like that's the two options there. You either get an XP or you're rolling a new character. Did you make a significant discovery, everybody? Did you? I think we did that one. Did you perform an extraordinary action or have a great idea?
I had a great idea, but my empathy roll didn't let me.
Mr. Breaks.
Failed great idea. I'll give it to you.
Me sneaking out of the
I was
ship?
being silly.
Oh, that was a really good idea to even just like. I honestly, it didn't even occur to me in that moment that they would discover your blood being what it is. So I think I'll give you that. Show off. Nobody had any stunts for showing off today. Earn any money or find a valuable or rare item.
This ship is valuable and rare. The Xenomorph ship. I don't think we own it yet. I don't think we
On B roll.
Gotta
Haven't
keep
taken any.
upgrading our ships.
Henry's like,
Yeah, I
hell
don't think
yeah, I'm
that's-
taking this one home.
That's not in the spirit of the question.
No, yeah, it's a bit silly.
No one did any shopping or selling. So yeah, I don't think there were It was just the one rolls today. I created the. We're done. If anybody, you can probably stop the recording, even Andy.
All right. Thanks for watching at
I
home.
put
Like and
the
subscribe.